Hi there. Last week I saved 6 hours with AI just by using tools like ChatGPT, Grok, Perplexity, and Claude. Can you imagine? Almost an entire workday.
Here's what's happening right now. There are kids building full websites on their phones while lying in bed. At the same time, Elon Musk is talking about using AI to understand the universe.
And now you tell me, are you still using AI just to fix an email? I'm starting a series of videos to teach you how I use AI at work to get ahead of 95% of other users. In this first video, we'll cover the fundamentals, which type of AI model to choose, the fundamentals of prompt engineering, and visual generation for real work, charts, presentations, and infographics, not just fantasy art. Today, I'll show you how to make AI the best work assistant you've ever had. Your work will truly excel, and you'll have time for friends, family, and yourself. I'm the avatar of Ephraim Reese, and this is Immersive Life. Let's get started.
Now, before we dive deeper into AI applications, it's important to know that not all AI models are the same. There are three main categories, each designed for specific needs: standard models, reasoning models, and deep research systems. Let's break them down to help you choose the right one for your tasks.
Starting with standard models, these are your go-to for quick results. Think GPT-4o from OpenAI, Claude 3 Haiku from Anthropic, Gemini 2.0 Flash from Google. They focus on speed, delivering responses in just 1 to 3 seconds. They're ideal for everyday stuff like customer support chatbots, basic translations, or quick coding fixes. These handle about 80% of typical AI needs, and they're super affordable and efficient.
To illustrate this, let's jump over to ChatGPT right now, using the GPT-4o model. I'm going to ask to explain the differences between standard models and reasoning models. As you can see, it delivers a very quick, straightforward, and well-structured answer in just a couple of seconds.
When you need more than a quick answer, reasoning models step up. These include OpenAI's o3 and o4 series, Claude Sonnet from Anthropic, Gemini 2.5 Pro from Google, and Grok 4. But what makes them special? They use chain of thought prompting, where the AI breaks down problems into logical steps, just like human reasoning. Standard large language models often act like black boxes. They take input and spit out output without showing their work. But reasoning models lay out their thinking process, improving accuracy on complex tasks, making errors easier to spot, and let's make things more transparent. This is a big leap toward more reliable AI.
Now let's ask the exact same question, but this time using a reasoning model, the o4 Mini High. As you can see, the AI kicks off with an internal chain of thought process, breaking down and structuring its reasoning step by step before generating the final answer. We can click right here to reveal and read all those internal thoughts, which provides full transparency into its logic. And here's the result: a much more in-depth response, complete with references and clickable links for verification. Notice how it elevates the quality for complex queries.
The downside? They take 10 to 30 seconds to respond as they're actually working through the problem. But that's lightning fast compared to deep research systems, which can take up to 20 minutes for in-depth analysis. For the heaviest lifting, we have deep research systems. These aren't single models, they're coordinated teams of AI agents with access to real-time web search, databases, and academic sources. Examples include OpenAI's deep research in ChatGPT, Anthropic's research feature, and Perplexity Pro. Ask a challenging question or propose a research topic and watch how this AI creates a detailed report with references and links. It's a complex task that can save you hours at work.
Now let's try a more intricate topic. We are going to use deep research to conduct a study on the impact of advanced large language models on the global job market over the next 5 years. If you'd like to see the complete prompt, check out the first comment below. After answering a few quick questions to customize our query, here we go. ChatGPT launches into deep research across the web, and we can watch in real time as it tracks progress and pulls from all those sources. And here we have it. You'll get a thorough publication quality report packed with full citations and reliable sources. Sure, it might take several minutes to generate and could rack up extra costs for the ChatGPT Plus subscription, But for strategic planning, academic research, or those game-changing deep insights, It's absolutely unbeatable. Best part? You can export it straight to PDF, delivering a polished professional document ready to present or share. That's mind-blowing. I used to pour hours, if not days, into creating reports like this myself.
That's impressive, right? So how do you pick the right one? Here's a straightforward guide. For simple questions or quick tasks, go with the standard model. Need step-by-step reasoning for complex problems? Choose a reasoning model. Require comprehensive research and synthesis? Opt for a deep research system. Well, up next, we'll explore how to put these into action in real-world scenarios. Let's start with prompt engineering. Think of it like this. AI is incredibly smart, but it can't read your mind. The better you communicate, the better results you get. Here's what most people do wrong. They type, "Give me marketing ideas for a coffee shop," and they get a poor general and unspecific answer. Why? Because AI needs direction, just like a human assistant would.
Watch this transformation. We're about to ask, list 5 low-budget marketing strategies for a local coffee shop in Berlin, Germany, with estimated costs and expected results. See the difference? The good prompt delivers specific ideas that are straightforward to implement and actually make sense for the situation. Now let's level it up even more by asking the same thing using a reasoning model. Wow, mind blown. I've got a handful of good ideas I can start rolling out right away, plus crystal clear breakdowns of the costs and expected benefits.
Being specific is your ultimate superpower when prompting AI. Okay, let's move to the next topic. Here's a real example that sooner or later every manager has to face. You need to explain a project delay to a client. Instead of write an email about project delay, I would try this. Write a professional email to a long-term client explaining a 2-week delay in the delivering of a final project report. Context, our engineer got sick. Tone, apologetic but confident. Include new timeline and compensation offer.
This time, let's switch things up and try Claude Sonnet from Anthropic, another powerhouse AI that's seriously impressive. I love how it uses artifacts to organize outputs, with our prompt neatly on the left and the generated response on the right for easy comparison. The email it whipped up is pretty solid, but it's a bit too long for my taste. And get this, it suggested a 15% discount. What? That's way too generous. Let's make it just 5% instead and keep things profitable. Yeah, that's fine. I think we can use this email.
This is one of my personal favorite techniques. Giving AI a specific role. Have a look into these examples. You are a financial analyst. Review these numbers. You are a UX designer. Critique this app interface. You are a negotiations expert. Help me prepare for a salary discussion. You are Mr. Beast. Help me to go viral with my channel. When AI knows who to be, it knows how to think. Just try this and let me know in the comments how this worked for you. Next topic. Always specify how you want your answer. Tables for comparisons, bullet points for quick scanning, step-by-step for instructions, paragraphs for reports. I promise you it makes a difference. Using delimiters totally transformed my prompting game. It's like giving the AI a crystal clear roadmap. Try triple quotes for enclosing content, headers with hashes for organizing instructions, or even XML-style tags to separate your guidelines from the actual data or examples. The AI instantly gets it, no confusion. Check out this example prompt. Yeah, it looks quite more complex, but trust me, your results will skyrocket in quality and precision. And now one more thing, using keywords in your prompts is a game changer. Let's break down some of the most common ones. Why do they matter? Keywords let you clearly signal the type of answer, tone, and depth you're after. It is again all about being clear and specific to get the best results. But this is the thing, want to dive deeper into keywords, formatting, or crafting precise prompts? Just ask ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, or your favorite LLM. The key is to keep experimenting and asking questions. That's how you master prompt engineering. All right, let's now try something here. We're testing that prompt I shared earlier. Grab the full version in the comments below if you need it. I want to explore the massive shifts in the global economic landscape by comparing the top 10 countries by GDP in 2000 against the latest rankings from 2024.
For this task, I'm turning to one of my newest favorite tools, Perplexity Labs. If you want to give it a try yourself, you'll need a pro account to unlock these advanced features. I'll input the full prompt right here, packed with all the specifications. I want a comprehensive yet concise report tailored for C-level executives. It shouldn't just highlight the shifts in the top countries by GDP over the last 25 years. It needs to analyze those changes and explain the key drivers behind them. Generating the full report takes several minutes, but here's the magic. You get to watch in real time as the AI thinks all the internal processes, detailing exactly what it's doing step by step, revealing its chain of thought process, and even listing all the links and sources it's pulling from. This level of transparency is absolutely mind-blowing. And boom, here's the finished report, complete with an executive summary, insightful charts, and the in-depth analysis I specified. Now let's export it to PDF. And there it is, a perfectly formatted document ready to print, share, or present in a boardroom.
So what do you think? A deep dive research report perfectly formatted with all sources cited, delivered in just minutes. Pretty impressive, right? Of course, I want to give you a quick word of advice. Always read through every AI-generated answer or document carefully. Double-check that it all makes sense and verify the sources for accuracy. Unfortunately, hallucinations are still a common issue. But overall, the advantages of integrating AI into your daily workflow far outweigh the drawbacks. Okay, we're entering the final part of this video, visual generation. This is one of my favorite AI features. Large language models are now truly multimodal, meaning they can handle way more than just text. They operate across different modes and are capable of so much beyond generating words. Check this out. This morning, I scribbled this awful sketch for a conference poster. Yeah, I know, even my 7-year-old daughter draws better than I do. But just 2 minutes later, ChatGPT transformed it into this image. Wow, what do you think? Pretty decent, right? It deciphered my terrible handwriting, it perfectly captured the overall concept, and brought it to life. I even asked it to tweak the poster to give a little bit of a cyberpunk style, and here's what I got. I know it's wildly different, and our marketing team probably won't love it. Actually, I don't even work in marketing or design, but that's the beauty of it. In meetings, this tool lets me visualize and pitch my ideas way more effectively without embarrassing myself over my horrible sketches. Forget everything you thought you knew about AI art. I'm not talking about fantasy dragons or dreamy Ghibli-style images, though I love those too. No, this is about crafting professional-grade visualizations that truly matter for your work. Ones that can supercharge your performance and take your projects to the next level. In the last month alone, I've created McKinsey-style strategy slides, financial infographics, process diagrams that finally made sense, social media graphics with 10 times more engagement. Remember that GDP analysis from earlier? Okay, watch this magic.
I'm going to use Claude again and ask it to convert the attached report into a McKinsey-style presentation tailored for C-level executives. Okay, Claude starts thinking and opens an artifact where it's writing HTML code for an interactive presentation. And here we have it. It looks sharp. I love the first impression. Let's make it bigger, widescreen. Wow, the HTML code has created a responsive web design. I can advance to the next slide by clicking here. Very nice slides with clear charts. Okay, definitely there's room for improvement, but for just 2 minutes, it's definitely a great starting point.
I don't know about you, but if I had this tech a few years ago, I'd have been absolutely thrilled at work. Now you can print this presentation as PDF, but converting to PowerPoint or Google Slides, that's a bit messier. Typically, you're stuck saving slides as images. Not exactly ideal when you need to make quick edits later. There are workarounds, though, like asking Claude to generate VBA code to build the presentation directly in PowerPoint, keeping it fully editable, but you might sacrifice some visual flair in the process. On the flip side, I'm absolutely thrilled with the option to keep the presentation as an HTML document, taking full advantage of its dynamic elements. It's so cool to see how responsive it is to my mouse cursor. For example, when I hover over these bars, info pops up instantly. Very nice. Plus, you can easily tell Claude to tweak it further, customizing the style and ideas to fit your vision. I'm totally in love with this feature. Okay, and now to wrap up this video, the first in my series on supercharging your work productivity with AI, you can effortlessly create stunning images and infographics to elevate your presentations. Let's stick with our ongoing example. It's unbelievable, but I still spot these outdated, boring charts in presentations sometimes. And funnily enough, the more senior the presenter, the more often I see these outdated images. Come on, folks. With just a couple of prompt lines, you can make something so much better, like this sleek version I generated using Gemini 2.5 Pro. Looks pretty sharp, right? Or check out this alternative. I use ChatGPT's O3 model for even more flair. It's incredibly straightforward, and trust me, investing a little time in your visuals will give your presentations or reports that modern professional edge that grabs attention. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it super useful. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss out on future episodes. Drop a comment below. How often do you use AI tools at work? I'd love to hear your thoughts, plus your favorite AI that you use the most. Have a great day and see you in the next one.